So I'm Ben Samuel. I run the news Niger 24 News.
Okay.
It's a blog,
Okay.
there's a website, and we have staff and all that. And Andrew has been my friend for over 10 years.
Okay.
So I know him. We live in the same community in the UK. And I know quite a bit of him. So I visited when I was in Nigeria, and every time I come to Nigeria, I do go to see him in Port Harcourt. So it's quite a very unfortunate situation that we're discussing about. But the conspiracy out there and the narrative out there is taking the main focus from the main reason why this thing took place, the alleged incident. Because now I used to accept it that it has happened. Now I'm calling it alleged until Nigerian police come out and speak on this. Do you know? I want you to ask me a question. Anything, please, Daddy Freeze, you can ask me anything. When I mean anything concerning this man, anything. And I will be brutally honest with you, and I'll give you the answer without iota of a fear. And I'm very constant with it. Go ahead, sir.
Andrew graduated in 1989. How true is that? Sorry, from secondary school.
I'm not going to go back as far as that. I didn't know Andrew then.
Okay.
So, but I do believe Andrew spent some of his early age in the eastern part of Nigeria. He was born in the UK. And then the good thing that you guys need to know today, Andrew was actually adopted. Okay. And Andrew was raised in Nigeria. He told me this one because he explained his early growth when we discuss. So that's all I can say. I don't know about 80 something. I don't know, but I do believe that may be a correct event of his life.
Let's go into Andrew's predilections. Let's talk about what seems to be the norm. There's an allegation that this is one of the reasons why Andrew had to leave the UK. This same inappropriate handling of a woman. How true is that?
I would say that is partially, completely true. Partially true.
Okay. Throw some light on it. Explain to us why
Andrew he was in jail. He went to jail in this country.
Okay.
He went to jail for slapping a woman. I was aware of it. Andrew is a successful businessman. He's a gas heater engineer. The facts are there. He maintained almost 85% of council property in Buckinghamshire. He maintains schools. He has staffs that over 15 staff. At one point, Andrew have more than 15 vans for staff. Minimum wages for his salary for his staff, 40 grand a year. Most of his staff are British, white British, basically. Andrew is a crafted guy. But he has a problem. Just like everyone, he has a serious mental health problem, challenges. Now, he was involved in an incident that took him to prison. And after that prison incident, his life went like this, boom, like that. So he decided, Andrew does not know anything about Nigerian culture. Or like he knows he's from Nigeria. He loves that he's been there before. He was brought up a little bit of his early age before he moved back to the UK and completely grew up here. He even to play Afrobeat. When we go out, he has cars. So when we go out and I'm playing Afrobeat, he never enjoyed it because it's not his kind of thing. When I see him, his life was completely a mess after he came back from prison. So that means he lost his businesses.
He lost all his businesses.
He has to because he's maintaining property for the council. And when you maintain property for the council and you have a 2 years in prison, they will be automatically taken away. This is not Nigeria. Okay, so you cannot go and start maintaining property, or your company will be responsible for vulnerable people in their buildings. I knew he has this problem, but he's in the UK. He's well managed here. But this guy suddenly called me one day and said he's moving to Nigeria. I'm
okay,
like,
so he moved to Nigeria because he was broke.
He was not broke. Whoever told you he's broke, they're lying. He was not broke. He has properties. He has life. But his company went down. So he went into depression. And now he can't go to America because he can't go to the US. He can't go to any Western country because of his criminal record. And he wanted to go to Nigeria and reset his life. Okay? That is how he moved to Nigeria in 2021. Okay, you can go ahead. Let me not just jump over the case.
Okay. There were 3 cases that Harrison reported.
Yes, please.
Afiba, and some other girl who came and said she showed us some injuries that she sustained trying to run away from Andrew,
from his property.
After it was alleged that Andrew kidnapped her. Now, these 3 stories sound very similar. That's where I draw my personal suspicion from. I may be wrong, but I'd like you to throw some light on it.
You are absolutely right. And that is not just the 3 stories. There are more stories. Andrew has thrown a girl out of his balcony in Port Harcourt. Like, the girl had a spinal cord. I want you to listen. It's not easy for me to do this, but I'm doing this so that Nigerian government can learn, so that a condemned human being cannot come to Nigeria and do what they want. And let me go back again. I'm leaving Selin, I'm leaving Afabi, and I'm leaving the other girl. Let me take you back a little bit in Port Harcourt. And that big man of his that say, you know him, don't call his name, they will know about this. Andrew moved to PH. Andrew, the first 3 months, Andrew was in prison in PH.
What did he do?
The same thing. Girls reported him for. I want to give you correct event so that bloggers that are running away with shadows, they will know they are hearing from the right source. And I put myself out there to change the narrative, because what would have happened is this: they would have just pushed all this narrative, the case would, and more prejudice can move to Nigeria and do the same thing again.
Oh wow!
And no lesson will be learned. No lesson.
Oh wow!
Will be learned.
Do you have evidence to back your claims?
It's not evident. If I have evidence, I was aware of the case, like totally aware of the cases that he's being told. The police in Port Harcourt is aware. The state CID who gave him a GUN license. The state CID who gave him a GUN license in 2022. Andrew returned back to Nigeria in 2021. The GUN license that you see on the video that he's giving to was banned in 2022. They backdated it for him to 2016. And they took money from him. And he was using this thing to terrorize, to do the big man. I am not coming here to defend him. I'm coming here to tell you we have a system that doesn't work.
Now, let me ask you a question. If you are aware of all these things, going on, why didn't you talk to him?
I was speaking to him. You don't understand. I was speaking regularly to him, and I was telling him, get settled, marry somebody that can calm you down. Logs of messages, logs of text messages. It's not everything I'll come here and I start telling you. For that kind of a guy that have risen to the pinnacle of management to descend to that level, you have to understand. I was telling him, I have my kid. I have been in this country for more than 20-something years. I have never seen police van, the back of police van, never seen it. My record is as pure as gold. And I'm telling him, pick a lesson, learn. Stop this thing that you are doing. Get married and live your life. It was not easy for him. But the Nigerian police, the environment he moved back to, encourage him. You give him a weapon. You give him a gun. When he harmed this girl and he went to cell, they give him his phone. He called me from cell and he said, I have a problem, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what's the problem? He called me from South. Are you listening to me?
I can hear you.
The state CID, if anybody watching in state CID, you guys know what I'm talking about. It was a big shot. Just imagine you are a big shot in Port Harcourt. That police respect you and they come to you.
Wow. Of course, we'd like to hear from the side of the police. We'd like to hear from the side of the police. We want to hear the whole story.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. For those of you guys that are saying, why didn't you report to police? Why didn't you? Me calling police, Nigerian police, and say this person is doing this? He's doing with adults. He's having adult conversation with another adult. No matter how rough it is, he's an adult. If I see minor, that would have been a different thing. I'm a crafty writer. I would have written a petition against him to the Interpol. Already he was declared wanted here, which I myself, he never reviewed that one to me that he was declared wanted in the UK. So when that incident happened, I thought this would taught him a lesson. But the DPO that was in charge of that case in Port Harcourt, in Agui Road, and I'm giving figures now, Agui Road, Port Harcourt Police Station, was coming to Nakandu at home. The one that was supposed to be in charge of disciplining him for harming that girl.
That is, if I'm correct, the girl that was thrown from the balcony.
Yes. The girl that was thrown from the balcony, a poor girl from Uyo. I cried. But there are things, there are traumas you see in life that you are thinking.
Let me ask you, what happened to the girl? Is she okay now, or she?
I have no clue. I don't have a contact with these girls. He will tell me the story, and then I'll hear the story. Some of his staff will tell me the story. He has staff. The guy started a betting company. He has computer, and then he do a lot of betting in millions.
So Andrew, now I want to ask you a question, and let's narrow down to Black Sheep, his company.
Yeah.
Do you think Andrew was working with a syndicate?
He's not working for no syndicate. I don't know where
he
Nigerians
was
and their stupid conspiracies.
ORGANS.
Of what?
ORGANS.
No. Not that I'm aware of. And I can tell you this from a pure, that company is registered in the UK, in a company house in the UK. So when I hear that one from your platform, I'm like, where did they get this one from? When I hear that
it was just my suspicion.
No, I've been hearing it. When I hear that there was this chopping human being, I'm like, where did they get this one from? I will come here and tell you there is a lot of narrative that would have just gone under the carpet, and the bigger picture, the bigger message would have gone lost completely. And my mission, I want Nigerians to take this very serious. My mission is that Nigerian police must stop being compromised. They must protect our women. When a poor girl come and report to you, take it serious. Don't sweep it under the carpet. They enable him for this. You talked about the girl that Harrison spoke about the young lady that said he has to throw herself out of the stairs, out of whatever, in January, whatever. If that girl report would have taken serious, Andrew wouldn't have get a chance to harm the other girl in April.
That girl's report, let me ask you.
Yes.
The one who jumped, they said Andrew would forcibly do front and back. Is that true?
I got no clue on that one. In short, to be honest with you, I'm gonna be real. I never hear about that one until that one came up. But that girl also went to the police station. When the story came out and I read it on Harrison page, that girl also went to the police station. What did police do? Police have a chance to stop this guy 1 million times before this time around. So I'm not coming here to cry for the dismissal of Andrew. I'm coming here to talk about the decay in our system, whereby we protect the rich over the poor. That's why I'm came. Because if I didn't speak, Daddy Freeze, if I would have just kept quiet, if I didn't call Just Adotun and told her I was driving Just Adotun to London, to central London, and I showed her and I'm like, do you hear the story going on? He said she didn't know about the story. I'm like, this is what's going on. I said, you know this guy is from our city here, and this guy is a person that I know very well. He said, what? I opened my phone, I show her. I said, please,